Anchored Together, brought to you by Marix Media and Mindspeak. Hi, I'm Kamal. Welcome to Anchored Together, a YouTube series that casts an exhilarating spotlight on the vibrant lives of shipping industry professionals and their families. Excitement and entertainment is what you get here in abundance. Allow me to introduce today's guests. They have been chosen especially because they are teamed up at work and teamed up at home. So let's have the introductions. We'll go with Poonam first. Poonam, tell me about yourself.
Hi, Poonam Kapoor here. As far as my education is concerned, I have done my doctorate PhD in international economics, and I've been working in some capacity serving maritime sector through our company ISF Group, and that's about me. Pawan.
Hi, this is Pawan. I'm a marine engineer and been ashore for last almost 33 years now, and, largely with maritime education and training. And almost 20 years back, we set up our own company, the ISF Group, through which we do provide a host of services to
You guys are a beautiful couple. Although I must say the balance it tilts a little bit towards her. तो तुम्हारा थोड़ा 30% है, इनका 70% है in the 100%. But tell me, how did your paths first cross ever?
So it was more like a arranged thing. What happens in Indian family typically? Some of our relatives were known to each other. Then that is how they have introduced us. So it was a typical arranged setup for us.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's an arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage, great. So, but where did you live then at the time of the marriage? Were you in Bombay already?
No, I was in Madhya Pradesh. My father was in judiciary, so I lived all over Madhya Pradesh, changed 10 schools, 4-5 universities, everywhere in Madhya Pradesh while growing up. So we shifted to Mumbai post-marriage.
And yourself, Pawan?
I belong to Kanpur in UP, and I was sailing those days. So we kind of got introduced through our family members, and we met first time in the city of Bhopal, and that is where we got engaged.
And that is the 2nd of October, Mahatma Gandhi's birth anniversary.
1987,
1987.
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Very great beginnings over there. Right on cue, birthday भी याद आ गया.
बिल्कुल.
और भोपाल में मिले थे, ये भी याद आ गया. बहुत बढ़िया. So tell me, I want to see how well you know each other. What is her date of birth?
She's 19th March 1966 born.
फेल. बहुत देर लगाई आपने बोलने में. बहुत सोच रहे थे. इनका क्या बर्थडे?
12th November.
12th November.
Scorpio, typical.
And which year?
It's 59.
59, a young bloke. Okay. Very nice. तो आपका फेवरेट कलर क्या है? Sorry, इनका फेवरेट कलर क्या है?
I think white. It
जो
was
इस समय
white.
पहने हुई
I
हो।
think it's white.
Exactly.
सब प्लान्ड है सारा, मैं देख रहा हूँ. अच्छा, और इनका फेवरेट कलर क्या है?
इनके तो बहुत से कलर हैं. She's a colorful lady.
Very nice, very nice. That we can see. Yes. So you had your sailing time. आपने भी सेल किया इनके साथ?
Yes.
So,
Two times I sailed with him.
two
Twice,
times,
yeah.
twice. So sailing days के बारे में आप थोड़ा सा बताइए. कैसे, how it started and when you went to sea, how was life then, and what you learnt while you were at sea that is now giving you returns.
We sailed together first time in 1988, soon after our wedding, and it was a container vessel plying in the north of Atlantic.
Not easy.
Not easy. And she also had chicken pox on the ship in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So, but it was a wonderful.
सोने पे सुहागा हो गया.
सोने पे सुहागा हो
The
गया.
weather being what it is and chicken pox.
But it was a good time we had on the ship, and that also gave her a lot of opportunity to explore, because I used to be so busy in the engine room. It was a tough vessel, so she would typically land up in Canada, and she will just be out on her own. So it was good opening up, I believe, for her too.
I think yes, it was.
तो आपने पूनम जी आपने क्या सीखा in those years when you went sailing with him, saw him in a different role other than you? A husband at home is one thing, but on a ship he is a professional, he is a very busy man. क्या देखा आपने वहाँ पे चीज़ें?
सबसे पहली चीज़ अगर मैं कहूँ, the first thing is away from parents and you can survive. Coming from a protected family and suddenly it's like the world was like opened up for me and I could survive.
लेकिन आपका प्रोटेक्टर तो तब भी था ये
But he was
प्रोटेक्टर.
always busy in the engine room and I was with everybody else. So and learning probably seeing people that everything what we believed in is the right way of doing, and then suddenly you are exposed to different culture, different way of thinking, different way of living, which is a very big learning in life, that there is no right and wrong as such. It's like where you stand. That is the beautiful learning for me, which started there.
Splendid. So you have two kids, I believe.
Yeah, we have two children.
Two children. So where are they and what are they doing?
Our daughter Yogita, who was she conceived Yogita on the second vessel, and then she's born in 1990.
She conceived, मतलब not on her own.
we became pregnant.
Okay.
Okay. Correct. 1990 born, and currently both our children actually have got involved with our own work that we do at ISF Group.
That's very good.
Yogita, both are married. Yogita, of course, lives in Singapore, and she operates from there, looking after the global marketing. And our son, who's 2 years younger,
Pushkal.
was sailing. Pushkal, he was sailing, but now he's also decided to hang up his boots, and so he's in office in Mumbai, looking after, actually running the day-to-day business.
So the two of you have been working together for a long while now, right?
Yes.
20 years?
So it started in 2000 somewhere when we opened our trust together.
Yeah, the trust was founded in 2000.
2000, yes.
But the company Maritime
2004.
Services came in 2004, early 2004. So yeah.
Since
Okay.
then, yes.
Okay. So how did it start? All of a sudden, both of you wanted to work together? Yeah, one of you said, "अब मैं भी साथ में कर लेते हैं यार कुछ."
No,
No, as
actually,
they say, beggars can't be choosers. So
Okay.
what happened
That's
when
a strong one there.
when he decided to work on his own, when we came back from Talegaon after your short stint with TMI, and he started on his own. So eventually I had to support. So and then that became the major focus of life because we have liabilities. Kids were growing up, so I started actively participating and contributing to the work. So that
Great.
is how it started.
So now you both have started working together. So obviously you will have an opinion on something and she'll have a different opinion.
Absolutely.
तो वो agreement disagreement कैसे handle करते थे आप या करते हो अभी अभी both
हाँ,
together?
वो अभी भी चलता है.
चलता है,
That
हाँ.
is still on, and I guess that will go on.
So करते ऐसे हैं कि we keep, it's a very divided thing. If he's doing, I will not do it. Few things which I do, he doesn't do it. So
Boundaries रखो अपनी अपनी.
boundaries, yes.
हाँ.
Because we are very, maybe deep down we may be very similar in what we believe in as a belief, as a vision or a belief, personal beliefs and the higher value system.
Yeah.
But the way we look at things and the way we approach is totally different. So it's very important for us to maintain that,
So you choose to give him room and he chooses
Yes,
to give you space, and so
absolutely.
that works wonderfully for the two of you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're not close enough that you're stepping on each other's toes. वो भी नहीं है.
No, it's fairly, I would say, demarcated territory to operate.
And just to
And that's a very wise way of doing things,
and-
because
and-
obviously.
yeah, just to add here, very early in our lives, what we have, I think both of us have, read it together, that true love is to make each other independent, empower them so that they can be independent, and we really
Yes.
did that in our relationship.
Yeah, I think that's a
So,
great approach actually, because maybe initially you want to be close to each other or constantly, but you realize after a while कि वो individual भी है,
Yes,
they have to
yes.
have their own
True.
ways and do things. That's a good one. And कोई ऐसे pitfalls where of working together वो आपने avoid ही कर लिए.
बहुत ज़्यादा.
I mean, there were
Sorry.
moments of disagreement, even argument and discussions, but finally you resolve issues. Finally.
So how many times has Poonam told you मैंने तुम्हें बोला था?
नहीं,
ऐसा कोई-
actually ऐसा नहीं होता है.
More than that, I'll say this is my resignation. I'll not come.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So that's true independence. And yes, so I suppose you know a lot about him, and he knows a lot about you. Everything there is to know. So, what are his qualities? You say wonderful qualities. This is the man who has lived up to my dreams.
He gives lot of space, and he's true to his, he's a true gentleman. He's very strong in his value system. So that is very strong point.
Do you agree? Are you a gentleman?
I think she knows me better, I would like to say. Um,
And what do you think,
she's
Poonam?
very
She is
intuitive.
intuitive. Okay.
Very
Right?
intuitive.
Yeah. Nice.
And I often look for bouncing ideas across to her when I'm in confusion, because I know there'll be a dispassionate and objective.
I will not take this because all women are intuitive. So you have to add something more here.
Yes. Add more value to the intuitiveness. एक और कुछ चाहिए.
She's a great supporter. I mean, we have managed to do so much by the grace of God, and of course, because there is a tremendous support from the family. I mean, running your own setup is never easy if the family is not
Yes.
supportive. So, without any doubt, I mean, she has been a solid pillar there. And of course, the children also have kind of imbibed the same value system, and everybody is very supportive. And it's a wonderful feeling to see that the family is all collectively working towards a cause. So even though children have got married and they have their own lives, but we are actually, as a family, still very, very much connected on a daily basis, several times in a day. That's wonderful, which I feel very good about.
Yes, and क्या होता है, as our children grow up and they start working with us, like in your case, you'll find that there's a time where they looked up to you all the time. Then after a while, they are almost equal partners. You might reach a point you start looking up to your children.
Certainly.
तो आप कौन से level पे हैं at the moment?
I think all three at the same time with different situations. I think I experienced all three, like most of the time.
Yes.
So there are situations where we are here, there are situations where equal, and there are situations we have to see, okay, they are
Yeah, there's
doing,
some amazing
Yeah.
ideas which come up, and we are really happy to see that happening. At times, they may still need some guidance. I mean, you have run your own setup. You would know that when you face so many different situations in a business, process, and there are times, because of lack of experience, they then bounce ideas across to us, and then whatever we have experienced, we are able to, kind of give some valuable inputs to them. So in that sense, it's working beautifully. Yeah.
Great. So now we're going to discuss the confluence. The confluence का कॉन्सेप्ट मुझे पता है एटलीस्ट 20-25 साल से आपके दिमाग में था, और एटलीस्ट दैट्स द फर्स्ट टाइम वी प्रॉब्ली एक्सचेंज समथिंग ऑन दैट. एंड टेल मी, ये कैसे, मतलब ये आइडिया कैसे कुछ अचानक आया, या इट वाज जस्ट जर्मिनेटिंग एंड इट ग्रू इनटू समथिंग डूएबल एट सम स्टेज?
I mean, few things, honestly, there are no very precise, logical, milestones to them. But I got introduced to yoga way back in 1982, and got associated with the Himalayan Institute of Yoga Science and Philosophy based in the US and in Rishikesh also. And that has kind of changed a lot for us in terms of the way we look at life itself. So this seed, I do not know when it came, of setting up an ashram has been there for last more than 20 years or so, And actually I think early in 2010 or so, we had started to look for a small piece of land to do some work. But it did not materialize. We went on, and finally in 2016, we managed to pick up something. So setting up an ashram was very clear. We were practicing some yoga that we have learned. She's also done a teacher's training. And we have looked yoga more as a way of life, not as a set of asanas that you do to keep just your body fit, but something which makes your life more profound. And so this is where the thought was. The Confluence as a name actually was given by her, I would say. She thought of this name. In fact, once she told me that there's a luxurious apartment building in the New York, which is called the Confluence.
Confluence.
So the hint I got
California.
that since you can't afford that,
California, yes.
at least
It's in
something could be done,
California.
you know. So finally we decided, and it fitted beautifully because it's a Confluence is where the two rivers meet or ideas meet, and yoga is all about uniting, integrating. So it just kind of came out beautifully. And then, of course, from 2016 till now, it has been a task to acquire land, get approval, set it up, and all.
It's hard work, a lot of hard work. So, Poonam, now at the Confluence, I'll just describe it a little bit for our viewers. It's a wonderful piece of land over there on which they have constructed very, very basic accommodation and
Living
facilities,
Yes.
but they are in such wonderful natural surroundings. You really have to visit it to get the right feel and to see what it can do for you. I mean, when I went there, I just stayed there a night. I did nothing, but I came away feeling good. So सिर्फ कुछ किए बिना ही if you can feel so good, I'm sure जाके when you spend some time over there, it'll be much more for all of you. But I'll ask Poonam, anything in particular there that you have done on your own, completely your thing. He had nothing to do with it. कुछ है वहाँ?
Okay, so before I answer this, so this the conference is on 8-acre property, and initially we acquired agricultural land, and I am the agriculturist here, so the
she's
initial
the
all
owner.
purchase and all I have to
The
do
farmer, the farmer over here.
and the initial all the surveys I have taken care, and initially the getting the bore well and electricity, the initial first phase is entirely done by me because he was busy with work, so I took the initial work is done by me, and then the proper construction when it started he took over and I stepped back.
Excellent. So, when we are going to ask people now come and join us and spend some time with us at the Confluence, so what is it that they will go away with?
Okay, I think we need to also specify here what we call the Confluence as, we call it a center of yoga science and sustainability. Since last 5 years, we have certainly got fairly well influenced with the whole issue of sustainability that we all are talking about globally now. And we have also come to believe, I would say very strong conviction, that while we may do a lot of efforts which are happening globally right now, but the fact is you drop one bomb, everything goes for a toss, okay? The impact of wars on creating unsustainable situation is phenomenal. So we're looking at yoga science in its authentic form to transform the human perspective, approach, just not at physical level but mental, emotional and spiritual level, so that we start to see the connectivity of ourselves with everything that exists around. The universe, the world is not just for the planet, is not just for the humans. We are here because there is the entire ecosystem working. So our intention is whosoever comes there for whichever program, they would have a fairly good deal of yoga science in its authentic form as the underlying theme. So people should be able to come out of the place in a more, I would say, with a positive outlook towards how we can change the things.
So, is there a particular age group people you usually want to invite, or you would be happy with all
No,
age groups
we are looking
coming
for
together?
coming together is fine, all age groups. I mean, Poonam has actually taken a lot of care to ensure that even children also come out there. They find a lot to do. And I think it's very valuable because honestly, we all are in our 60s, 55, 60, 65. But the children still have to live for next 40, 50, 60 years.
Very true.
So if we have to do something, it's their future. So
Yes.
they must also see what is the need of the day, need of the hour. That's very important.
So, how much time do you recommend someone comes and spends over there at one go? A couple of days is good, or it's a
I think to begin with, at
Two
least a
nights.
couple of days.
couple of days,
Uh,
2 nights.
Yeah,
2
I think it's
nights.
a great idea.
And
We're
you-
running right now programs which are typically of 2 nights.
I see.
Yeah.
So, if someone does want to spend time longer, he has that option, or she.
he has an option, but we would always suggest and we would like to have people who are really interested in it. It is not a hotel, it's not a resort, it's a place with a clear, I would say, agenda. So people coming there should be sincere about either transforming themselves or believing in nature or whatever it may be. We would like to have that kind of people coming. And we would actually like it to become subsequently a community of people who come there and take something back and they spread the word around.
Anything you'd like to add to that, Poonam?
I think Pawan has spoken quite a bit, and apart from all this, we are also doing some community services where people may come and even join us. We are conducting some medical health camps for villagers. We are providing them with employment opportunities. Now, currently, we have also adopted cows. So we have 2 cows and 2 calves, and working on how to make things from cow dung, and so those kind of activities are also will be coming. So
You're a true farmer's girl, I can see that. Gone
I
back to
hope so. I somewhere, yes, I have become that.
So, I believe Pawan has a very great singing ability. तो गाने गाते हैं और भजन वगैरह भी कुछ गा लेते हैं,
Yes.
है ना? तो मतलब ये शादी के बाद ही इन्होंने उनकी ये हालत हो गई
नहीं,
कि
नहीं।
कैसे हुआ ये?
हाँ, भजन शायद शादी के बाद हो गया पर मोहम्मद रफ़ी fan I think he is through all the while, right?
हाँ,
he
तो
loves
you
hearing
want
him.
would you like to hum a few lines? Sing a few lines, really.
तेरे बिन सोने नैन हमारे, तेरे बिन सोने पाट तकत गए सांझ सकारे, है तेरे बिन सोने नयन हमारे, तेरे बिन सोने.
Nice.
Wow, wonderful.
Nice.
Lovely song, and you have a wonderful voice, Pawan.
Thanks, sir.
And yes, I must thank both of you for having come here, been with us, and our viewers have learned so much about the special things both of you are doing, and I'm referring to the Confluence. Anybody has an opportunity, please do get in touch with Pawan or get in touch with us. If you're watching this program, we will probably run a little number down there. You can call them and do visit. It will be an experience you won't forget. And probably some of us will come away changed people. So I would encourage everyone to please visit. And Pawan, so nice of you to come over and spend these moments with us and with this lovely lady as well. और मैं आपको ये एक तोहफा देना चाहता हूँ, इस एंकर टुगेदर का मग.
Thank you so much.
ये आपके लिए
Thank
है,
you very
पूनम
much.
जी ये आपके लिए है.
Thank you, Kamal.
And-
Thanks for this opportunity and giving us this opportunity where we could share what we have done, share about the conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Most welcome both of
Thanks for
you.
this cup, lovely cup.
Cheers.
Anchor together viewers, we will be back next week. Please subscribe and stay with us. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Her being born on Mahalaya and us thinking way before of Oishi as a name, it sort of brought in an eerie feeling in me that it's a huge responsibility of raising a little goddess and a responsibility to live up to. As a mother, I look at myself as an enabler. I want to be someone who provides resources, opportunities, and emotional support to Oishi so she can thrive and succeed in whatever path she wants to take. I'm a tough mom.
Whoa.
I push her for perfection, for things that she does, sometimes a little more. But she's aware that I'm also the cushion that if she fails and falls, she's going to land on that the safety net.